So what is energy intelligence? We have mental intelligence, IQ. We have emotional intelligence, EQ, which has really revolutionized our world and our relational world over the last 20 years. But the next 20 to 40 years, what it's really about is your energy intelligence. So what is your energy intelligence? Your energy intelligence is knowing that firstly you are an energy being, meaning that there's energy and electricity running through your body, and that knowing that the electricity is energy is such a broad term. It means so many things. It means the light switch. It means the thing that runs your car with a battery. It means, fire is creating energy. Warmth is energy. Well, our bodies have the same thing. And the electromagnetic field that we have around us, we can influence it. And our electromagnetic field influences other people. Now, with the Institute of Heart Math, they have been studying this, and it's becoming more and more common knowledge. And with that common knowledge, now where's the application for it? There's energy healers, there's people that will go and clear and open your chakras. We know about the chakra system, which has been around for thousands of years in these Eastern traditions. The Taoist system they have their energy system, which has also been around for thousands of years. And it was reserved for the emperors. It was reserved for the top elite. And the everyday person wasn't actually privy to this information. Because when you know how to use and circulate the energy within your body in the Taoist traditions, you can literally pull your most vital energy source, which is your sexual energy, from your testes, from your ovaries, and feed your organs, repair the body. From there, you can use it to transcend and have spiritual energy. And so these traditions have been using it. It's not new. It's not like new information. But what is new is that we are now integrating it into our modern world, into the Western world, and seeing, well, how can we apply this now for everyday life? How can I apply this? I am not an emperor, and sure, I would like to fix my organs, but what if I can just apply it more practically to, I need to go pick up my kids and do these very practical physical things, but I feel drained. I don't have any physical energy. How can I bring more physical energy into my physical body to actually be revitalized, actually feel calm and peaceful or energized when I need to? Because what happens is, and in our system that is this electromagnetic system called our bodies, we can bring it in, but we can also have an excess of it. So when emotions create energy too, emotions, that's energy in motion. When the energy is stuck and it's not actually moving through, we don't allow ourselves to feel an emotion from the beginning to the middle to the end, which emotions have beginning, middle, and ends. And usually we feel the beginning, it's super uncomfortable. We get stuck in the middle because it's like, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to feel the grief. Instead of allowing ourselves to feel it all the way through and to release it, so then we get an accumulation in our system. And if you are habitually not feeling your feelings, you have a big accumulation of energetic energy within your physical body, your cells. That's why we're now seeing that even that stored emotional energy creates sickness in our bodies. So how can we start to release that in a way that maybe isn't crying for 2 days straight because you haven't cried for 20 years? But what if I can do it in a quicker way, but also a way that is more sustainable to my life? I don't have 2 days to sit and cry. What if I can release it in little bits and actually physically allow it to move out of my body without having to remember, without having to go into the story, without having to relive the pain of why I didn't want to feel it in the first place? See, even me speaking about it, I can feel that pain in my body. I can feel the emotions. And so allowing that to start to come to the surface more easily, not to be drawn in to it and taken down by it and be overwhelmed by it, but instead allow it to then flow out and breathe in, but learn to be able to just let it flow through you very, very easily and gently, and not take you over. So even in this moment, when I felt that emotion come in, I feel it has paused and released, not because we don't want to feel things, but because it doesn't have to be so dramatic as maybe we've experienced in the past. Energy intelligence. And so part of the energy intelligence is just knowing that you have the ability to influence how you feel at any time, knowing that you have this tool and resource available to you because you are this electromagnetic being, to be able to regulate yourself through the energy actually, and not allow the energy to take you over like it has in the past, to be able to consciously direct and move it around your physical body. So firstly, it's just for me. It's just for you. It's just for very practical, I want to feel better in the moment. What if I told you that you can allow yourself to feel any way you want? You can actually control and allow yourself to feel joy, peace, love, and be overwhelmed with that. You can energetically, physically, mentally bring that into your physical body and experience. Your physical body is actually feeling loved and held, even when you're alone. That your physical body is actually feeling energized, enlivened, when everything around you would probably tell you you shouldn't, because in the past, how we have reacted is that our mental and emotional state is indicative of what's going on outside of us. Everything outside of me is controlling how I feel. But what if we can reverse that and shift it and say, I choose to feel this way no matter what is going on around me? Now, if you're into any of these spiritual practices, that's what they would say would be like the way to live. But that's not easy to do if you don't have a tool to be able to actually physically bring that state into your physical body. Because it's one thing for me to tell my mind something. To say, mind, I just had a car accident. I'm $10,000 in debt now. I don't have any money in my bank account. My credit's really bad, but now I need a new car because I have to move around for my job. My job requires a car. And now feel good. When everything around you is saying, ah, it's like blaring these signals, because in my mental mind, my mind is only seeing the things that are problems. It's not in solution mode. And my emotions, firstly, I just got in a wreck. I'm shaken up. And now my mental state is saying everything around me is negative. How do I shift that? Now these gurus are telling me I need to feel better. I need to just choose to feel good. No, that's not how that works. Except for it can be when you shift the mechanism, and this is what we start working on. We start realizing that our physical body just works on mechanisms, just like everything else in the world. The mechanism that runs your car is also a type of mechanism that runs your emotional state. So instead of it being outward focused, my emotions are dictated by what's outside of me, I start to shift it and say, okay, with these tools of energy intelligence, of how to control how I feel, I can now, no matter what is going on outside of me, I can presence the feeling state of peace, of calm, of regulation, of feeling relaxed. And you know what? From this state of feeling relaxed, now my mind can actually go into problem-solving mode. And now I can think of, wait, this isn't so bad. Yes, the external situation, it looks like this. And yes, my car is wrecked and maybe I don't have the money in the bank to buy a new one or get a loan. But when I'm really calm, my mind is this beautiful machine of problem solving, and my spirit is this beautiful, luminous, limitless, creative force. when I can align these two things and come from a state of peace and inner spaciousness, then there's possibility. Now I can actually solve the problem. Now I can be like, oh wait, what about this? What about this? What about this? And within a few minutes even, you can feel different. You can shift how you feel. This is the power of energy intelligence. Now this is for me. This is just for me to feel better in the moment, to manage my emotions, to manage my physical energy when I need to have a really high physical output, but my body's depleted, which is possible. And we're called to do that all the time because that's what life demands. You might not have slept well. You might have had these a lot of external demands on you. Like you need to give a presentation, but it took you 3 days of staying up really late to prepare for the presentation. Now you have to be like this luminous being on stage presenting. How do you now access in that moment for that 1 hour your most luminous state where you do literally have the most physical energy? And that's possible. I can show you how. Now, what you can also do with this, other than yourself, is you can start to impact other people around you. And we do all the time. Now, all of these things that I'm talking about, all of these things are things every one of us do all the time. We're just not doing it consciously. And we might not be aware of how to do it in the moment. So when we start to become aware, we can start to influence other people, meaning that when you are all sunshine and rainbows and your heart is full and you're just radiating love, everyone around you feels that and they're impacted by it. You draw people to you. People want to be around you. And that's very attractive. That's an attractive energy to have. When you feel sad, when you feel angry, people are repelled by you. Now this is just the mechanisms of, how we work unconsciously, but when I'm holding a resonant state of love, of peace, of calmness, of inner spaciousness, when people come into my field, which is my proximity, they also feel that. And if I can hold that and maintain that, no matter what anyone else is feeling around me, then my vibration is stronger than whatever is around me, because I can hold that for a period of time, even if someone's complaining at me, even if someone's yelling at me, even if someone is demanding things from me. If I can still maintain that energetic resonance of peace and inner spaciousness, then what happens? They succumb to it in a way, meaning that my vibration and essence and that peace and inner spaciousness starts to fill them up. It might not shift how they feel all the way, but firstly, I'm not being impacted by them. And secondly, they are affected by me positively. They do not feel my defensiveness, so maybe they soften a bit. Maybe their voice changes. Maybe they shift altogether. And it's really not about shifting other people in essence, but it is about influencing them. It's about influencing situations. It's about being in control in a way, because the only thing we have control of is ourselves. And so when I can control how I feel, and I can control how I respond, especially when there's chaos around me, that's power. So what this system does, what this energy intelligence system does, is it tunes you into your inner power to regain authentic power. Because power dominated over another person for you to feel good is not actually power. That's dominance. For me to be able to take something or want to control you, that's not power. That's control. But when I can maintain myself and be in a regulated state, no matter what is happening around me, that's power. And when we talk about power, that's what pushes us forward. That's what allows things to happen in our lives. That's what influences other people for the positive. And so that's what the system gives you, is this tool of influence, so that we can navigate our world in a way. We talk about manifestation of creation. Well, this is the the foundation or the building blocks of that manifestation and that creation, because when I can be stable, I'm creating from a more powerful place. Now, it doesn't mean I have to be calm and zen when I say stable. I just mean in control of myself and my own system. To be able to have more when I need it, to be able to release when I don't need it, when it is not helpful to feel something in the moment. Instead of shutting it down, I can actually drain it out of my body so I don't have to store it. I don't have to store it in my cells. I physically start to lighten up. This pain and pressure that I might have had in my shoulders of carrying the whole world on my shoulders, ooh, I can release that. That feels better. Do you feel that? Do you feel it releasing for you too? Let's just shake that off. You don't have to hold it anymore. Literally, that sadness in your chest, the heaviness, the grief in your chest, feel into it for a moment. You don't have to feel it anymore. Just feel it releasing. Breathe deeply, even just with the intention of releasing it. You can let that go. Oh, let that go. There we go. Let's lighten up. This world is too chaotic for us to hold on to anything more. We have all been through so much in the last 5 years. Like, we do not have time, energy, or capacity to hold on to this stuff any longer. It is literally time to release, to let go, to open up, to relax, to take that breath just right now with me. Just take a deep breath in and hold it. Gather all that stuff that you've been holding on to and let it go. Just release. There's a lot of sadness, a lot of grief. A lot of us have lost a lot. But just trust that in the losing, we're creating space and opening for what's next. And loss is not always a bad thing. It can be a beautiful thing too. So we're going to open to that. Just release any and all things. So this energy intelligence, knowing how to be able to move energy, to be able to shift energy in your own body. You know, energy healers do this for you when you go in to have a session. But it's not always practical to go and see someone and have a session with someone when you're in the car, you're driving somewhere, and you need to feel differently right now. You need to be impacted right now. So this is you taking back your own control and your own sovereignty about how you feel and influencing how you feel in the moment. It's beautiful, and you have access to it. And I'd love to show you how. We go over this in our energy intelligence course. It's on the website below. You can look at it or just watch more of these videos and tune into yourself. Allow the energy to start to teach you. In fact, even just open to start to feel it yourself, to be more aware of it, to come more into your body.